Hey, welcome back to Life Launch. Today we're talking about something that a lot of people feel but do not always say out loud, the difference between dating with standards and dating with fear. If you've ever stayed in a situation longer than you should have, if you've ever ignored something that bothered you because you didn't want to seem difficult, or if you've ever settled because you were afraid nothing better would come along, this video is for you. Before we get into it, I do want to share a quick note. The content in this video is for general education purposes only and should not be used in place of professional therapy, counseling, or licensed mental health support. If you're navigating something deeper, please reach out to a qualified professional. Now let's get into it. Here's what we're going to go through today. We're going to look at what fear-based dating actually looks like because most of us have been there without even realizing it. Then we're going to talk about what standards really mean, what they are not, and how to identify your own without feeling guilty or too much. This is one of the most important things you can understand before you enter a serious relationship, and it is something nobody really sits down and teaches you. That's what I'm here for. And finally, we're going to walk through what to do when someone does not meet your standards. This is the part people struggle with the most because it brings up doubt, fear, and second guessing. I'm going to give you a calm, clear process you can follow so you can respond with self-respect instead of reacting out of emotion. Fear-based dating shows up in ways that can feel very normal because they're very common. Ignoring a red flag because you like someone, becoming whoever you think they want you to be, staying in a situation you know is not right because at least you have someone. These are all fear in action. And the first step to changing the pattern is being honest enough to recognize it. None of these things make you weak. They make you human. But awareness is where the change begins. Standards are about values and behavior, not surface level traits. Clear communication is a standard because it determines whether you can build something healthy with someone. Do they communicate clearly? Do they respect your time? Do they show up consistently? These are the behaviors that make a relationship feel safe, and you are allowed to require all of them. Most people have never sat down and actually defined their standards. They just know when something feels wrong, but they can't always name it. This framework helps you name it. Think back to a time when you felt genuinely respected and valued in a relationship or maybe a close friendship. What was present in that dynamic? Was it honesty, consistency, follow through, being listened to? Whatever those things are for you, write them down. That list is your starting point, and as you grow, that list will grow with you. Here are the standards that get quietly dropped the moment someone attractive shows up. Consistency is the big one. If someone shows up strong at the beginning of your relationship and then slowly fades, that's information. Effort should not feel like a battle you have to fight every week. Growth alignment matters too, meaning you're both moving in a direction that is compatible long term. Chemistry cannot fix a mismatch in values or future goals. Emotional safety, meaning you can express how you feel without the conversation being turned against you, is not a luxury. It's a requirement. Keep these on your list even when you really like someone, especially when you really like someone. Holding your standards will feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've spent years being accommodating, being the low maintenance one, or making yourself smaller to keep the peace. When you start requiring more, guilt will show up. That guilt is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It is a sign that you're doing something new. The discomfort fades. What stays is your self-respect. And the people who are meant to be in your life will not make you feel guilty for simply needing to be treated well. It is really important to know the difference between a preference and a red flag because confusing the two is exactly how standards get a bad reputation. Not wanting to date someone who is messy is a preference. Staying with someone who consistently lies to you because you enjoy their company, that's ignoring a red flag. Preferences are things on your wish list. Red flags are things that reveal someone's character. You can negotiate preferences. You cannot negotiate character. Learn to tell the difference and trust yourself when something keeps showing up. When you realize someone is not meeting your standards, here is a grounded process to follow. First, get specific with yourself. What exactly is the issue? Then have one clear conversation, not a heated argument, just an honest one. Tell them what you need. Then pay attention to what they do next. Not what they say, but what they do. If the behavior does not change after a genuine conversation, you have your answer. And that answer, as hard as it is to accept, is a gift. It's clarity. And clarity is what lets you move forward with your peace still intact. Dating with standards does not mean every date turns into an interview or that you're constantly looking for reasons to walk away. It actually looks much quieter than that. It looks like knowing yourself well enough to notice when something feels off. It looks like speaking up instead of swallowing your feelings and hoping things improve on their own. It looks like choosing to exit a situation that is not working for you calmly, without drama, and without owing anyone an apology for protecting your peace. That's the goal. That's a wrap on this life launch lesson. I want you to leave here with one simple action. Write down 3 standards you are no longer willing to compromise on. Not preferences, standards. Behaviors, values, and the kind of treatment you require in order to feel respected and safe in a relationship. Put them somewhere you will see them. And the next time you find yourself ignoring something that bothers you, come back to that list. If you want more content like this, lessons on relationships, life skills, and growing into the person you are becoming, head over to sunnyvibes.com. Everything is there waiting for you. You deserve to date with clarity. You deserve to date with confidence. And as always, you've got this. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today.